guys, it's Laurelei Lee, and we're back for another episode of Steins because it is Tuesday, and it may be coming out a little bit late on Tuesday because I just like slept for 24 hours. Apparently I was tired and I didn't realize it, so that's a thing. Yeah, so last week on this super weird, awesome, nerdy science show, we had to deal with a lot of bickering over naming things, which is usual in this show. More importantly, they came up with a better idea, or they discovered more of an idea of how their accidental time machine functions in sending back text messages. And they kind of discovered the conditions it needs to send something back in time, whether it be a text or a banana. I think that the texts are a bit more preferable because they don't turn into green goo, but they also discovered that there's kind of a size problem with going through, because if they are going through a minute black hole, then that means that it can't be very large, and therefore their texts are getting cut off. So it kind of like, it's not much data is able to go through it. I'm babbling. But the end of the episode was a bit more strange because I don't know her name yet. There are a lot of girls on this show. I have not memorized all of their names. But Texty Chick, she showed up looking for the computer, asked to borrow the computer, and then managed to just long enough for them all to reveal the fact that they have a time machine, and Okabe, like, just casually inducted her into their little lab. So that's where we're at. I'm a little confused, but we'll see how this goes. By the way, if you would like to discuss this or any other show I watch more in depth with me, I do have a Discord for that, and I would love for more people to come hang out on there. So check it out, it's in the description.
Cursed be these hands. What granted you life? Now honor our sulphurous contract, writ in blood.
Dude.
How am I gonna heat up my chicken tenders now? You can expect this level of disregard for your things. You might be run for it. Don't be a butthead. You should say that you're sorry and then go out and buy me a new microwave.
We can now shuttle email to any number we feel like. Excellent work, Mike.
Huh.
We should get back to the experiment.
That's decent progress.
Is it really a... Hello down there!
This is no time for Mr. Braun.
Who's that? Daddy's leaving.
I love her.
Oh, you're talking about the big boss man.
Oh, he ripped the door off so they could send it instantaneously without having to deal with the... Okay.
It's real. Hey, what was that?
What is with her? I'm so confused.
Then you beat a path from store to store till you find it. I wouldn't have to explain this to an assistant worth her salt.
I'm not gonna schlep all over town just to get you soda. Here.
Starting now, Operation Weird goes into the second phase of experimentation, which will allow us to gauge the email's effect.
Honestly, I'd be pretty annoyed too.
To change the past.
Okay.
No way. We are not taking that kind of risk.
By virtue of a single event, the occurrence of which will brook no doubt. Picking the winning numbers in the lottery.
Oh, Kareem. I'm disappointed in you.
Dude, sick.
Just seriously, man. Way to be a total jackass.
I'm trying to see if I can alter the blasted past, woman. We need a quantifiable change.
And that's the first thing you could think of?
The lottery.
Money bags.
Oh, that's so cliche.
Bags? What the hell? What's the matter?
Not sure.
She stopped
Where's 005?
texting.
Dunno.
What are you doing? There you go. Can't take my eyes off you for a second, can I?
I texted. You never replied. 200 million?
Oh, Daru, hold on. That's That's a little much, yeah? Say what? Well, hitting a jackpot of that size would only serve to draw unwanted attention to ourselves.
What a total chicken.
Yeah, what did you think was gonna happen?
Only 23 million.
If you ever feel oogie and you need some cheering up, just give him a big hug.
I love her.
Next up, the lab refrigerator.
Time to earn your keep, 005.
You look like you were both having fun. Fun? Dealing with this nutcase?
They're the OTP and the fanfic I call my life.
We are not OTP.
Oh, so you know the jargon of the fanfic community.
Huh? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yet it rolled off your tongue so naturally.
Look, if we're
Oh my
gonna do this,
gosh.
let's do it. What if it results in a time paradox?
He's chickening out.
Come on. Fortune favors the bold.
So is it really smart to sit so close next to an open microwave?
Seconds, I guess.
I actually lost half a minute.
You don't remember anything? We were talking about what D-mail we should send to see if it would really alter the world line. Then all of a sudden... You rushed over to the phone wave and you went, ha-ha, all breathy-like.
Hey, Mayuri, do that breathy thing again.
Oh, give it a rest, Daru.
Sorry.
So wait.
We haven't come up with a message to send back yet.
What?
Wouldn't it be nice if we tried to make world peace happen? We could give everyone on Earth an
He
open
went back about like 10 minutes.
And all the rest. Rubico, how'd you come up with these numbers?
Well, I tried to buy a lottery ticket using the numbers you gave me.
Come again?
You said I should play those numbers because they were lucky or something, so I tried.
That was when?
Guess it's been about a week now. Oh my gosh, is your brain psychic, Ocarine?
So, are we
Oh
ready
my
for our
gosh.
chicken dinner or what? Come back with my soda.
I'm not gonna schlep all over town just to get you soda.
Yeah, you change one thing, it's gonna change a whole lot of other stuff,
There's
bud.
no doubt in my mind that I sent it. No one else remembers it. I'm the only one. It feels just like that day.
What you looking at?
Hell, maybe I was. Brainwashing would certainly explain whatever's going on here. Oh, what the hell?
You haven't been chipped. Whatever it
Sorry,
is, nobody's
what?
brainwashed you.
It's so ungodly loud. Did you hear us going on about the time machines also?
That was super interesting.
The knowledge you're privy to is...
Relax, I'm not gonna go around blabbing about it.
Any memories from the previous world line that don't agree with the new reality are basically overridden with the non-conflicting memories they would have experienced.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't that they don't remember it. To them, it never actually transpired.
Yep.
Yet I remember everything. How is that possible?
It is kind of weird that he remembers everything. But, like,
Balls! What's up anyway? Who are you texting?
John Teeter. What is it? Talk, man.
It's all my fault. I left my wallet back at the lab.
What?
Yeah, and Queen May shut its doors to me. I hate to ask you, but could you maybe...
Where's...
Hi, Ocarine.
Oh, hello there, Mayuri.
But I called to see if you were feeling any better. If you're not, then I give you permission to hug my Opa cushion for as long as it takes to cheer you up.
she's so good and pure.
You know what? I may just do that. You have a good night, okay?
Don't forget to hug
I feel like she's the only one he's unreservedly himself about. Himself too.
I don't understand how you've retained memories of your original past. It is problematic.
I swear it's the truth. This has happened to me twice now. What do you make of it?
I don't know. It might be that you have that ability. You might be the one person who can guide the world beyond 1% divergence.
Guide the world? What is he talking about?
It's kind of a scary thought if he's the only one who's able to remember time changing all of the time.
Beyond it lies true freedom. Your future is condemned to dystopia unless that barrier can be crossed. My goal is to save the future, and you may be the only one who can do it.
You look like you've seen a ghost. Doesn't make any sense. This has got to be some kind of mistake. How can I save the future? That's absurd.
I ask you to be our savior.
Oh my gosh. That was a lot to process. Okay, so most of the actual time-altering stuff I wasn't that fazed by. Him freaking out that no one else knew what was going on, that things had changed, that even the smallest things had been altered, because that's kind of what we've come to understand by what happens with time in itself, is that the butterfly effect, you know? One thing happens, it could unexpectedly cause tons of changes into everything around it, things you wouldn't even anticipate. So that didn't weird me out. What weirded me out was everything else. Like I said, it is kind of concerning that he's the only one who can remember these things happening, because if it was a situation of him himself going back in time, that'd be one thing, but that's not the case. If he had gone back in time, it would make sense that he'd be the only one who remembered, because he would still retain that timeline that he had been part of. But no. Because whatever happened in episode 1, the thing he remembered with Makise, that all had seemingly nothing to do with him. That was some other something changing the timeline. But he was aware of all of it, and that's why everyone thought he had gone crazy for that day. But that's a terrifying thought, and I feel super bad for him if this is the case. Because, you know, we're only on episode 7, a decently long show. I feel like with whatever time changes happen in the future, like, having that continue to build and build on him, that he's the only one who can remember so many different timelines happening, like, that's gotta wreck his mind. Jeez. Also, good job on John Titor for putting the weight of the world on his shoulders on top of that. Like, hey, you know what? You're gonna remember the divergence in every timeline. Oh, and by the way, I want you to save our future from becoming an unalterable dystopia. Like, jeez. Like, I mean, you can tell that part of Okabe, whole mad scientist persona thing, it's just him messing around. I mean, you can tell that he's like a normal human being, not only like when he's like having his own inner monologues and stuff, but also in his interactions with Mayuri, which by the way is just like the sweetest thing in the world to me. Because, I don't know, entire history or whatever. I know that they've been friends for a long time, but just she's the only one that he really acts like himself around, and I think it's super sweet. And so yeah, part of the whole mad scientist thing is him just messing around, you know, poking fun, having fun. But this is kind of gone beyond his purview, and I feel like it's really gonna shake him. No, it kind of shook me. I am shooketh. So, wow, that was a lot. That was such a good episode, and I'm gonna talk about this more. So if any of you guys want to talk more about this, like I said, I've got a Discord for this where I can go and talk to you guys about all the shows I've been watching, stuff that I did get around to talking to within the episode itself. So yeah, go check that out, and thank you guys for watching. I love you so much. Discord, social media, Patreon, all in the description. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.